So, my freshman year, my friend introduced me to East Campus, and since I've fallen in love with campus and campus history, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little brief introduction to campus history. It's huge. I meant to bring my book with me, but if you go to the archives, you can purchase, it's called Brown and Gold Memories. It's $10, and it's about that thick, and it's just filled with campus history, and it's amazing. In 1902, Governor Arnold Bliss established Western State Normal School, and that was our original name. It was decided to be placed into the city of Kalamazoo in 1903, and that's why we were established in 1903, with classes starting in 1904. We were the fourth normal school in the state of Michigan. Eventually, they were all changed to public universities. It was the new name, but Michigan State was before us, Northern, which I think is weird. And we, for the first year, operated out of a rented building from Kalamazoo Public Schools, which I think is interesting. Most of you guys know, hopefully, that President Waldo was our first president, and at the time he was called principal, and they weren't called presidents of the universities, so fun little fact there. I'm going to go back here. The first building on campus was the admin building, which is this portion of what we call East Hall now. And then the left side is the gymnasium. And if you guys, that's where the archives is. If you've ever been over there, if you haven't, you should go. It's absolutely amazing. Underneath the gymnasium is a swimming pool, which was filled in with concrete in the 80s or 90s, somewhere around there. And then over here is the second portion of what we now call East Hall. And that's where all the classrooms were. And then in the early 90s, they took down the columns on this side and this side for structural reasons, which I think is really unfortunate. And when we first built the campus, there are stairs leading all the way up to the top, which all have been ripped out. And if you drive down Davis Street now, you see there's just a bunch of trees, and it's really unfortunate. In 1907, they established what was called the Normal Railroad, which is the trolley that went up and down the hill. There's 105 steps to get from Davis Street to the top of East Hall, and a lot of students didn't like that, especially in the winter, so they built this lovely little railroad thing. There's a model of this car in front of the Bernhardt Center. You guys have probably all seen it before. Although it was incredibly popular, they did take it out of operation in 1948. And this is because as they had built West Campus, which is where we are right now, they decided that this was no longer going to be necessary because they planned on moving the majority of the classes over to West Campus. Part of East Campus, in 1925, there was 8 buildings on campus, and East Campus was the only campus we had. And then they realized that we were going to grow incredibly in the next couple of years, so they built 2 more residence halls and Wallwood Student Union, which is the first student union on campus. Now we have the Bernhardt Center, which if you've ever seen the Bernhardt Center and Wallwood Hall, you know Wallwood Hall is much more beautiful. Spindler Hall is currently a residence hall for graduate students, doctoral students, and seniors. The other 2 halls, or Wallwood Hall, is used for like the annual fund and a bunch of different offices. And then Vandercook is abandoned, although it was used for the movie Cherry that was filmed here in Kalamazoo. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's on Netflix. It's interesting. West Campus, interesting history here. WMU realized that we were going to grow incredibly over the next couple of years with the end of World War II and GI Bills. So they looked into buying more land, and they bought what we're standing on now, West Campus. It was partially owned by the state of Michigan for the psychiatric hospital. The rest was owned by a golf course, and that's why the Oaklands are there. That was the residence for the caretaker of the golf course. The first building built here on West Campus was the Burnhams, followed by McCracken Hall, which was named for William McCracken. He was the chair of the chemistry department, and he was also interim president for a while. And this is present-day campus. One little fun fact left. Dunbar, Noss, and Friedman were all connected because they were professors here at Western, and they were best friends, so they connected them so they could be together forever. I don't know if you guys know that. But in conclusion, I think you guys should all learn about the community that you guys are all involved in. And if you have any questions, let me know, 'cause I'll be happy